Welcome back. Today we're testing your basics. 50 high school level questions, 10 seconds for each. No excuses, no cheating. Let's see if you can actually beat the Baka today. Good luck. Which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell because it generates energy? That's definitely the mitochondria. In the International System of Units, what is the unit used to measure electrical resistance? It's ohm. What is the most abundant chemical element in the entire universe? It's actually hydrogen. No doubt about it. In what year did the Apollo 11 mission successfully land the first humans on the moon? That happened back in 1969. Which country is the largest in the world by total land area? That would be Russia, easily. Who is the author of the famous dystopian novel titled 1984? It was written by George Orwell. What is the term for the longest side of a right-angled triangle, opposite the right angle? We call that the hypotenuse. What do we call the fundamental law of a state that has the highest legal authority? The right answer is the Constitution. What is the name of the green pigment in plants responsible for photosynthesis? It's chlorophyll, obviously. What is the sum of the interior angles in any triangle on a flat plane? It's always 180 degrees. What is the name of the famous spiral structure that makes up a DNA molecule? That would be the double helix. What is the approximate speed of light as it travels through a vacuum? It's roughly 300,000 kilometers per second, believe it or not. Which scientist is credited with creating the first version of the periodic table of elements? You're looking for Dmitri Mendeleev, a total legend in science. In what year did the French Revolution officially begin? It all kicked off back in 1789. Which river is traditionally recognized as the longest in the entire world? The title definitely goes to the Nile. Which famous play by William Shakespeare contains the iconic line, "To be or not to be"? That's a classic line from Hamlet for sure. What is the value of the mathematical constant p when rounded to 2 decimal places? Most people just call it 3.14. Which planet holds the title of being the largest in our solar system? Jupiter is the big boss of the solar system, easily. Which legendary artist is responsible for painting the Mona Lisa? It's the world-famous masterpiece by Leonardo da Vinci. Who is the scientist primarily associated with discovering the law of universal gravitation? That's got to be Isaac Newton, obviously. What is the chemical symbol for the element gold on the periodic table? It's definitely Au, derived from the Latin word aurum. Which part of the cell contains the genetic material and acts as the control center? That's for sure the nucleus, the brain of the cell. According to Newton's third law, for every action there is an equal and opposite what? The right word is reaction. In which year did World War I officially begin? It all started back in 1914. Which mountain is officially recognized as the highest point above sea level on Earth? That's Mount Everest, the top of the world. Who is the famous American author of the classic novel, The Great Gatsby? It was written by Francis Scott Fitzgerald. In geometry, what is the term for a polygon that has exactly 5 sides? We call that a pentagon. What is the economic term for a situation where prices rise and the purchasing power of money falls? That's definitely inflation. Which animal is currently the largest mammal known to ever live on Earth? It's the blue whale, a true giant of the ocean. In 1492, which explorer completed a voyage across the Atlantic and arrived in the Americas? That was Christopher Columbus. What is the process by which plants convert sunlight into chemical energy? That's definitely photosynthesis. It's how they grow. Which famous scientist developed the theory of general relativity? You nailed it if you said Albert Einstein. What is the pH value of pure water, which is considered neutral? The correct one is 7, perfectly balanced. In what year did the Berlin Wall finally fall, marking a major turning point in history? That happened in 1989. Which desert is known as the largest hot desert in the world? It's the Sahara, and it's absolutely massive. Who is the author of the epic fantasy series, The Lord of the Rings? That was written by the legendary J.R.R. Tolkien. What do you call a mathematical statement that asserts two expressions are equal? We simply call that an equation. Which galaxy is home to our solar system? That would be the Milky Way, our cosmic neighborhood. Which Dutch artist is famous for painting The Starry Night? It's a masterpiece by Vincent van Gogh. What is the term for the total value of all goods and services produced within a country in a year? That's known as the GDP, Gross Domestic Product. Who is widely considered the father of genetics for his studies on pea plants? It's actually Gregor Mendel, a total pioneer in that field. What is the term for the lowest possible temperature where all molecular motion stops? That's absolute zero, the coldest it can possibly get. Which subatomic particles have a positive electrical charge and are found in the nucleus? Those are protons, and they're always positive. Which famous Roman leader was assassinated by a group of senators on the Ides of March? That's Julius Caesar. What is the name of the deepest known point in the Earth's oceans? You're looking for the Mariana Trench for sure. Who is the author of the classic Spanish novel Don Quixote? It's the legendary masterpiece by Miguel de Cervantes. What do you call a whole number greater than 1 that cannot be formed by multiplying two smaller natural numbers? Those are prime numbers, and they're pretty unique. What is the political system where the citizens exercise power directly or through elected representatives? That would be democracy, obviously. Which Spanish painter is famous for his mural-sized oil painting, Guernica? It's a world-famous work by Pablo Picasso. And the last question. Which planet in our solar system is officially recorded as the hottest of them all? The right answer is Venus. The Baka scored 34 points today. Did you beat the Baka, or are you going back to school? Drop your score in the comments and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next round. See you next time!